Not much. So my situation is my girlfriend and I have been together now for about 11 years, 9 of which we have lived together, and we also have a 4-year-old son. A little bit before our son was born, I kind of took on the majority of everything that's financially related, such as expenses and bills and such. And it's been about almost a full year now since I've been listening to Dave Ramsey on the crew nonstop, and it's got me thinking about marriage, since I know what he says about keeping finances separated when you're not actually married and such. And when I think about marriage, I feel good about it. It makes sense to tie the knot, both legally and also spiritually. However, I also get these feelings of a little bit of anger and resentment, since I'm the sole financial provider right now. So my question is, do I get married and accept my role as what would be husband, father, and sole provider? Since right now she said she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. And if I do, if so, how do I move forward dealing with any feeling of resentment that tends to creep up?
Man, you unpacked a lot here. What are you resenting?
I guess, when our son was first born, I thought, 6 months and she'll be back to work. And then a year later and a couple years later. And I guess really it's just temporary.
Brother Eric, have you ever stayed at home for an extended period of time with a youngster?
Oh, man, a couple times, yeah. And I'm waiting for her to get back.
I'm going to weigh in here. I've been very patient, and I can no longer wait.
Okay, so the thing that I really wanted to comment about here is the fact that when this man here asked Eric, he asked him, what are you resentful about? He said it's the fact that he thought when they first had the child, 6 months later, he thought his wife or his girlfriend would go back to work. And this is what really caught my eyes, because it shows us how feminism has affected women, especially in the West, and is affecting women worldwide at the moment. However, more so in the West. Now, as I said, this is a conservative show. They're more conservative. The viewers tend to be more conservative. Yet, this individual is calling in, and his question is basically, I feel resentful about the fact that my girlfriend is not working and she wants to be a stay-at-home mom. What should I do? That's what he's saying. And this is what feminism has done to the modern woman. They speak about freeing the woman. They speak about making women independent. They speak about giving women the choice. But it's not about giving women the choice. In fact, women now have no choice. They are expected to work. They are expected to have a child, and then 6 months later, they leave their child and go back to work. That's what's expected of women, as opposed to what was before feminism, where women were not expected to do that. Women were provided for, and they were not expected to work and have children and do the whole lot. They were just expected to have babies, take care of these kids, and then they were provided for, they were sheltered, they were fed. But that is no longer the case, not even with the conservatives. However, what I really did want to point out, and what I did want to kind of shed some light on, is the fact that this man, Eric, although he wants to commit, and he's already committed, as the hosts actually do say in the episode, he subconsciously has this idea that the woman should be working and should be providing just the same as him, as opposed to what was before feminism, what was before these feminist ideologies being pushed on society, which shows that feminism, in fact, is not really looking out for the benefit of women. In fact, it seems, if you look at it from this perspective here, it seems like it's more of a part of a, I don't know if you'd call it a capitalist agenda, but what I mean by that is, for employers, when there's more labor in the market, they can pay less for labor. And so when women are also expected to work as well as men, they can start paying less. And I think if you go and look at the statistics, and if you look at the numbers and see how much people are getting paid today in relation to the cost of life, and compare that to 50 years ago or 60 years ago, or whatever number of years, to when less women were in the workforce, you would find that people were being paid more. It was a lot easier to buy a home. It was a lot easier to set yourself up 50 or 60 years ago, because there was less labor in the market, and so people had to pay more for labor. Now, the point of that is not to say whether women should or shouldn't work, but my point is the current modern culture and the feminist movement pushing on women that women should be working has forced women today to work. They are expected to work. In fact, when a woman, and my wife is a housewife, when a woman is a housewife and says she's a housewife, it's sort of frowned upon. People say, oh, but you should go and you should chase your dreams. You should also have a career and whatever. Who says that a woman is not chasing her dreams by having a family and raising good kids? Some women dream of that. However, and that is in fact natural. However, women are encouraged not to actually desire that, not to go after that, although that is natural and innate to them. And we will cover in some of the next episodes, we will cover how this affects women when they actually deny their natural desire to have a family and have kids, and decide to in fact chase a career and try to be more like men. We will see how this affects women in our next episodes. So if you enjoyed this, please do subscribe so that you will receive my future content, and hit the like button and hit that notification bell. And thank you very much for the support.